change between us, blinking my eyes to brush it
Thanks, everyone. Thanks for coming. This is my favorite event. I started this solo because it was a way to, I guess, find a creative way through loss. And now I do this solo to help liberate myself and him. And when I wrote Dear Dad, I thought about what do I have to say now, 2.5 years later. And it came to me really strong. And it's, Dear Dad, I have to let you go. And the more I let you go, the more I can love you. So, for me, that's what this was. And it's a real privilege to get to have you, and I want to make time for a little bit of dialogue, if you're willing to go there with me. I know that it just happened, and we can talk about it more, but I kind of like sitting in the sadness and uncomfort of the energy and letting that provoke something real between us. So, does anyone have anything they want to share? Yeah, Marilyn.
So this performance and when attended, I guess it was last year.
Yeah.
Both times it's like I really feel just through your body language and your dance and I'm going to call it, it's like improv acting. It's like I really feel the emotions of how you physically demonstrate it, like what you're processing from the anger to the grief to the happiness to the release to the moving on.
Yeah.
And it's so beautiful. Like you're a year older and you look like so much more like a man than you did last year.
Yeah.
And you look more like him and you're like so strong like he was. And so it's just beautiful to see you channeling it through your performance.
Yeah. I actually thought he was in the room for a second. I like totally forgot. And when I was falling, I like felt him right in that back corner, like where I saw like the clothes he was wearing and like exactly how he looked, like right back there. And it was like he was one of you, like sitting here for a moment. And that was trippy. That's never happened. Never.
And I've been having that about Don. Like everywhere I go, I'll see a man the same height, strength, profile.
Yeah.
And I'll see like the masculine jaw, and it looks like just like him. I know he's not here anymore, but it's like it happens over and over.
Yeah.
So maybe he is.
I feel like I don't know if anyone has experienced this with anyone that you've lost, but someone will come that has a very similar energy and they'll say something to you and you'll just feel like, oh, like that's like a message from him, or that's someone related somehow, and I'm able to like feel through you to him. Yeah. Michelle, yeah.
I was really happy to see you come out on the other side. Like I could really see that, and that made me really happy just to watch you do that.
Yeah.
Like you really come through something and you're on the other side of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Feels like a continual journey of letting go.
Yeah.
It's like there's always a bit more, but the more that I let go, the more I can feel him come through the kind of bigger space. Because I'm not holding on to this small identity of him. I've been thinking a lot about how we trap our loved ones from passing on through our own attachment to them. We basically keep them here energetically through our emotional pull. And I remember one time when my dog Cabo was dying, I was sitting by him, and I have a very strong meditative practice, and I was meditating and I could feel his soul lifting, and I could feel it in me, this like lifting experience. And then I could feel my dad's energy, no, don't go. And the dog going back. Because he wasn't letting him go, but the dog was really sick. It was his time to go. And he was holding on to him, and it was causing the dog and him a lot of pain. And the more that we can let go, as difficult as that is, then the more we do that, the more we gain the experience that it's like, they're still here. I let you go, but they're still here. And it's the same thing with someone that's alive. We let them go, and then we can love them more. We let them be who they are rather than what we want them to be. And then we can meet with each other in like a conscious, embodied individual place and share something. And that then lets them grow. I mean, this is shout out to Mark, who's behind the curtain and and did the sound. That's what we're experiencing in our time together as well. The more we let each other go, the more we can grow. So moving on to the small. Yeah. Elizabeth, did you want to say something?
Last year, you wore your father's clothing. Are you wearing his pants?
I'm not.
So that's interesting too.
I hadn't even thought of that.
That you brought out something about that.
Yeah.
That's fascinating.
It didn't feel right too this year.
But they're still khaki pants.
They are so kind. He could have worn these.
Yeah.
Thank you for your honesty and your willingness to go to that place and to express it in a way that I think we can all
Yeah.
experience it with you.
Yeah. Claire, yeah.
Yeah.
Claire's videotaping. Claire helped me and filmed our last film. She's incredible. Thank you, Claire.
Yeah, I mean, just seeing that and just what you just said as far as letting go, it made me think of sort of like the notion of living memory and sort of like how the memory evolves, and is that necessarily an evolution of how someone might be evolving in their afterlife, and sort of because we have these, I mean, there are so many different ways to activate memory and to sort of feel that presence, whether that's a physical impetus or a visual impetus or even the smell, like even like driving down I-5 to Joshua Tree. I mean, I remember smelling like the cow farms along the way and just thinking about my grandparents the whole time and just thinking about, sort of thinking about the evolution, like what their evolution might be now, and how does that manifest beyond like whatever I project that might be as well. That's a word salad, but
It's interesting, the word evolution, because it's actually, the evolution is about becoming more yourself, you know, and so it's actually like a letting go, I feel like, is the evolution. Like, he will always be him, like perfect as that soul in its essence. It's our pollution to that like creates the karmic wheel, you know. And so I think that, I don't know if I feel him evolving. I just feel when I feel that essence of him, and I'm like, oh, like there's Dad, like in his perfect form, just as he is. And I don't know if that ever changed. It hasn't changed ever, but I think it's a deep honor when you feel that for someone. And maybe we all have a different experience of what that is and what that feels like, but connecting to the pure isness of someone and getting to experience that. Yeah, Alec.
I don't know. Well, it's hard to say what I want to say, so reluctant to do it. But watching you, I see you not as you, Nathan, but as yourself. But also, I see you, and I see Don. I felt Don here.
Yeah.
My father died a year and a night ago.
Yeah.
And he pulled him back, and and I see you kind of like a cyclone of, you're moving a cyclonic action up there, but a cyclone of feelings, you know, that are so strong. I don't sit there and watch you dance and say, oh, you're dancing, and look, that's pretty neat what he can do.
Yeah.
So thank you for the sense, you said isness just now, of bringing so many feelings back. You know, I think of watching Don climb a tree in the hills or ski, and I think of you at different places and these two.
Yeah.
So that, what you just did, I've even told your mom sometimes, you know, I leave some of your performances, I'm like, what was that? It's not, you know, traditional dance, and then maybe it is, I don't know, but that feeling that it generates is so great.
I mean, some of you will maybe care about this and some of you won't, but I believe that a new genre of dance is being developed, and I think that a lot of my friends are on the precipice of that genre as well, but it's a genre of bridging ritual and dance together, and making energetic shifts through performance. And, you know, maybe that's existed in the past, and it obviously has in many cultures, but there's something about it now where there's this like contemporization to it that's happening, and it's like, what is that besides being human? You know, what is that besides
And making me feel it.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I had a fight with Charles today.
Yeah.
And I know you're relationship, all the ups and downs.
Yeah,
And I feel it.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not about it, and it's like Mark asked me. He was like, "It's so crazy that you're doing this for your dad. Like, like obviously not everyone does this when they lose someone. Like hold annual performances and like build like all of this. And it wasn't because he was the perfect father. It was, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because it was my first big loss of someone, and but it just feels like I have to. It feels like I can't let these days go by, his birthday and the day he died specifically, and not honor it. I just can't. And the more that we do, I believe that we're all gathered here today to experience a collective ritual of his liberation, and therefore our liberation with him. And that's what I set the intention around. Is that will be the case, and that we'll go through all of the emotions that we feel internally with him and also maybe with our loved ones, and I'll take you on a journey that eventually lets that liberation occur energetically in all of us, and therefore create a group kind of pulse for that soul to, find a deeper level of merging with the beyond.
So for all you said, death actually is not a delusion. Death is real and also beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Death is not a what? What did you say?
Death is not delusion.
An illusion.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, illusion.
Yeah.
And death is real. Death is beautiful. And his presence will be everlasting.
Yeah. Yeah. Hope, did you have something?
I kind of lost it because I was so absorbed in but,
I haven't seen you in a while.
I know.
It's so good to see you.
Thank you.
And you too.
And I kept feeling you as a small person, as a small boy. When I knew you used to always dance for me, and I just treasure those memories and the memories of your dad. And the most, your expression is so beautiful and so rare. And just bringing your mom up, was so touching. It just meant so much to me. And so it's been almost 2 years since my beloved passed away, and so it's just more touching, and feeling Don here through you, and the letting go part. That's what it was. That's the hardest part, letting go of the grief.
Yeah.
Because that feels like it connects us to our person.
Yeah, and how do you do that, right? I mean, you have to feel it.
Yeah.
You have to feel all of that and then just let that pass, and then you realize, oh, it all passes. It all passes, it all passes, it all passes, it all moves. It's all changing. The sand is always falling. This moment is now gone. 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 And so we have this moment, this moment, this moment. Right? And then you let go. That moment's not here anymore. Right? It's accepting that it's not here anymore. That's the craziest thing. You accept that it's not here anymore. Exactly like what Joanne said. It's real. It's not here anymore. And then something else is here. This is here now. This is now here.
It was so magical. I saw a face on the hat. My face. 2 eyes, mouth. It was so magical. In my culture, I learned the dance was to be perfect on stage.
Yeah.
And my teacher told me, your face is too big. It don't look beautiful on the stage.
Yeah.
So your dance movement is storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
It's about so many things about human nature.
Mm-hmm.
So strong and so unique. You are such a special gift to us to be alive.
Mm-hmm. Okay. think so. Anyone else want to say anything?
I just wanted to tell you that Nathan, I thought your performance was incredible as always, and
How was my skiing? I kind of have lost my technique over the time. But I think I have the spirit right.
you have way more skill than any skier I know. I do want to say that for me, you know, throughout the year we all have these great moments maybe in time that we can remember. And just for me, watching you incorporate your mother up there for a couple moments, it was just the most moving moment I felt like all year for sure. It was spectacular. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Nathan.
Yeah.
I think it was so intimate to me, and I had no clue that it was going to be like this because I thought it was going to be the same, you know, letters to my father. I had no idea you were doing this, and so it was like I just bawled. I mean, it was just so beautiful, you know, just to see you and to feel this connection with you and just to have that intimacy.
Yeah.
You know? Thank you so much for inviting us.
Yeah.
And,
and we're letting go too. Me and Mark are moving. We're moving in a week. It's crazy.
It's good though.
It's been such an amazing chapter here. We'll be back a lot too.
Yeah, Nathan, I just feel like it's the performance was so beautiful.
Julie's the new president of Cabo Villas. Hey! Cabo Villas is my dad's company that he built for 37 years. Built and ran, and Julie's now taking the mantle, and I'm so happy.
Thank you. I'm so happy too.
And he's happy.
I think so too. I really connected with him just on this recent trip to Cabo. I stayed at their house, your house, seeing the changes in the house. And that's the thing about your performance, is to see the changes in what's about to be the next chapter for all of us. I think it's just such a moment right now.
Yeah.
And you know, I recently lost Rocco.
Yeah.
Really what you said connected with me because I am holding him.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I know you are too. I know your mom is too.
Yeah.
It was brilliant to be able to see that transition. Thanks
We're
for
both
sharing
gonna learn
it.
so much on these new journeys.
Oh my God.
You're gonna learn so much. You're gonna be like, oh, that's what my mom was doing those 2 years? Like, whoa, like, that was hard. That's hard, like, you know?
It's already rapid firing.
Yeah.
While on vacation.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun and challenging, and I know for you too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't wait to watch what you do.
Yeah. The legacy is the new generation.
I feel that, like, I wrote a letter. Hello. I wrote a letter out there to your dad, and it's kind of like, wow, I'm really emotional while I'm writing this, and I'm not sure why. I've always felt a lot of emotion around him, not just because of the obvious of how it's affected you and your family, but his passing, but just something that I couldn't put in words. And I was just able to, while you were talking, Julie, which is that change is so beautiful, because it's everything.
Yeah.
It's good things, and it's bad things, and it's scary things, and it's beautiful things. And I feel that the way that you've always related to and shared how you feel about your dad passing has really encompassed all of that. And I think that's why it's really beautiful to bring people together for this, because like you said, not everyone knew what to expect, but that's kind of how loss is. You don't know what to expect. And if you can lean into the beauty of it, I feel this is something which I hope we all take with us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I also want to let you know, for me, that's the process of making art, is it's the unknown. It's completely about intimacy. It is about the unknown. It is about risk. It is about failure. It is about mistake. It is about doing the wrong thing and then the wrong thing being the right thing. It's about a discovery in a moment when you make a circle and then you have to get out of the circle and then you make a line and then it's an arrow to the direction and then it's a symbol of being a man. And then it's looking back at that. And it's not planning that. It's stumbling into that. And then it's about falling because you're having to fall into whatever that manhood is and reach back to what you had. And then it's about that being gone, right? Not breaking. And then it's about this angel that can come to you from that, you know? The whole piece, I'll send it to you guys on video, is each moment is like, I was telling Elizabeth, it's like a living tarot card. Like it has so much in it, so much. And the more the sand passes, there's no more, right? You lean on something that's not there. You know, and these are just one way to interpret it, but there's so many ways. And then, right, with the hat, that being him, and the new waters that can drip down, how that clears us. And then the growth that can happen from that. So at every moment, the string, the letter, the sand, the hat, every element has meaning. And you find that meaning. I didn't know that meaning. I said, oh, this hat. But you find it, and you find it only through the ability to let something happen that you don't know. And then something happens from that unknown that comes, and you go, oh, I just learned something. All right, I just grew into something. My awareness just shed light on more. I think that's what enlightenment is. Yeah. Cool. We're gonna eat some food that my mom made and Elizabeth helped with and Mark helped with. So thank you, everyone. And I bow to all of you. I bow to my dad. Thank you. Here we go. So, does anyone need to bring a chair, or what's the?
Maybe a couple chairs. If
Yeah.
a couple people bring some of the black chairs over. We don't need too many, but a
Yeah, sorry, getting moments.
It's time. A couple months ago, I was driving from stopped the car in the middle of the road here on the dirt between those.
Yeah.
Barn owl, I think that's like with a mouse, like there, like flat. I mean, it was like high fashion shoot.
Goodness.
So mad I didn't take a picture because I was trying to fix with the headlights on it.
Oh yeah.
It was incredible.
Those owls are amazing. They sound like the devil, but they're incredible.